What's up, guys? Welcome to the first episode of Real Estate Heat, where we talk about what's hot in the market, what's burning down, and what's going to be hot coming back around. Today is Sean Devine, a real estate expert here in Manhattan, responsible for being on a team of $150 million in deals at some point, right? At one point?
Yeah, a year ago I left a team that was doing about 150 in volume.
You left a team.
Yeah.
And your situation now is crazy because now you have 5 deals in the pipeline. And
for this year.
And we're not even 3 weeks into 2019 right now. Please tell everybody,
thank God,
from an agent perspective, before we get to the buyer side, how, as an agent in Manhattan, 37,000 agents, 17,000 principal brokerages, and at the stats over here, it says it was about 11,800 sales deals done, transactions done, right? Mm-hmm. And that means that there's about 25,200 agents that probably didn't do deals, unless they got a piece of the cheddar.
Yeah.
As an agent, how do you build your fire to be hot in the market to go on your own?
Add value at every possible step. Make sure that your buyers know how you're helping them to get value. Make sure your sellers know how you're going to get them the best price possible. And if they can answer those questions, they're going to call you and ask if you'll help them.
So you should be able to basically calculate, like, know people's budgets so well and be like, well, you get more bang for your buck here. Here's how you could gain. Here's how you could lose. Do you like study? What do you study for your calculations? Like, what is your trigger to finding out?
Everything. You read about, economics in every possible way, from world economics to local economics. Read finance news. Make sure that you can talk to the people. There's a lot of finance people, a lot of tech people. They want to talk to people who understand their language. Do you actually learning French?
Do you go to meetings and like clubs and forums that have more tech, more people? Like, are you meeting with more people outside of real estate to versatile yourself and make yourself?
I'm meeting people in a lot of different ways. I'm lucky, I haven't gone to law school. I have a network of people who, I have a good network of people to work with to begin with.
You do.
So in that way, I'm lucky. But social media is incredibly important because, independent of my knowing those people, if they don't know what I'm doing, they don't know how I'm going to help them. It doesn't matter. Everybody knows somebody who's an agent.
How much does it cost to put an advertisement on social media?
It's free.
It's free. It's free to advertise on social media. You can take apps off your phone. You can create these little apps, hit promotion. And if you do want to pay for promotion, it's what, $35, $36 to reach like 12 or 14,000 people.
I've had a lot of success just spending $2 a day.
$2 a day.
Yeah.
Now these 5 deals that you got, how long did it take you to curate these deals, being that you're on your own right now?
It's across the board. Some of these people are people that I've known for years, that I've been working with for years, and other people I literally met 2-3 months ago.
Where do agents go wrong in this field where they hit the turnover after 2 years and they quit? Because I think a lot of them try to pretend they have stuff going on. They have shit going on right now.
Absolutely. Don't pretend anything. Be authentic to yourself at every possible step of the way. And don't think only of yourself. Think about your clients. How are you going to help your clients? If they for a second think that you're trying to help themselves instead of them, they're going to work with somebody else.
And that's stupid. I mean, there's so full transparency. They could Google and find stuff on their own.
Easy.
And now things are getting crazy because before, if you're starting off as an agent, you can do open listings. Mm-hmm. You can post them anywhere, you get things going. Naked Apartments is going exclusive in February. Street Easy went from $0 to post. Now it's $3. Now it's $4.50. It's causing all the agents to actually have to have exclusives.
Yeah.
Or get the hell out of the game almost. It's going to be that tough.
Yeah, in a market like this, you need to be an expert. You need to add value.
To get those exclusives.
Absolutely.
Are the boroughs different? Queens, Brooklyn, Manhattan? When you're pitching, there's tactics?
Absolutely. Every borough, every neighborhood has its own flavor. You want to make sure you understand what it is. You might not want to show up to a 3-piece suit if you're meeting somebody in, Bushwick.
It's all about relating.
It's artists, and you want to relate to the people you're working with.
It's a tough thing. So you got to kind of be a chameleon in a way in real estate.
Yeah,
a professional chameleon to help them get on there at that point. What type of agents do you see exiting this industry?
Anybody that doesn't add value. Anybody who's thinking about themselves and trying to trick their clients into doing deals with them.
What about agents that when they get a deal, they're like, I got the biggest deal ever, and they get all quiet, they get nasty, they get greedy, and they think that deal's gonna feed them. And I usually go around, I'm like, there's plenty of money for everybody in New York.
There is, and I'll tell you, the most stressed out time ever of the year is when I get something in contract and when I close something, because I'm always thinking about what am I going to do next. We don't get a salary.
We were talking about the agents of what they had to do to stand out. Let's go into the buyers right now. They say it's a buyer's market at this point in time, and I looked at a couple stats over here, and it looked like the Bronx went up 12% over the last year. Queens had 4% higher deals. Brooklyn 4%. Manhattan 1%. What is the reason for a dispersity of where the percents are happening? Like, why is the Bronx outstanding everybody else. So why is it so powerful?
Buyers in New York are very smart. They're very savvy. They're looking at the market from the top down. They're looking for value, and I think that you're seeing people move into different parts of, whether it be Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, to grab value. But I'm even seeing that within Manhattan. You see people buying on the edges of prime neighborhoods. The edge of Tribeca. People are trying to find value.
Is it more concessions? Is it more views? Is it just more bang for your buck? Like, what is it mostly?
It's everything. It's quality and it's relative value. There could be an awesome apartment that you're trying to sell, and if your seller's not willing to stage it, not willing to buy some lamps, they're probably not going to sell. Buyers not trying to find a way to make it work. They're just trying to be wooed. And if you're looking at new development, the developer's calling you, asking you what they need to do to make a deal happen.
What do you think is the hottest part of the places for people to buy right now? Where are all the buyers supposed to be going right now? Where should they be staying away from? And where do you think probably will shift later on?
Depends on if you're looking for a place to live or a place to invest. If you're looking for a place to invest, you might want to look in some of those places like the Bronx or some certain parts of Brooklyn. There's certainly places in Upper Manhattan where you can get some great relative value. If you're looking for a place to live, I'd say every place is a great place to buy right now. You have, for every apartment that sells, you have probably 9 other apartments that are not selling. So you could be patient, take your time, find something awesome, and move in.
Well, they say a lot of buyers, it's a buyer's market, but a lot of people don't want to sell because the money's low. Would you suggest renting over selling? Would you suggest selling? This is an idea. Maybe you sell here and then you go invest like in Carolina or Florida. You put your money farther where a bigger cap rate. Would you suggest that? Like, what are the options that people are like, I want to get out, but I don't want to lose money?
Well, the fact is that most of the people who are selling here are probably trading up. So if you're selling a studio, you're probably moving to a 1-bedroom, trading a 1-bedroom, going to a 2-bedroom. So even if you lose a little bit of money on the smaller apartment, you're saving a larger amount of money on the bigger apartment.
You save on that one over there.
Yeah.
What are the sales that you have right now? You have 5 in the pipeline. 5 in the pipeline, like we said before, for the first 3 weeks in the market.
Yeah,
what are the value of those right now?
It's awesome value. It goes from Bushwick to Tribeca to Greenwich Village to Harlem. Just wherever the value is, that's where I'm gonna go.
And what were your buyers looking more for? Like bigger square footage, more space?
I'd say in general, people are looking for more bang for the buck. So they're looking for super prime product in the best possible neighborhood, and just balancing money against what they get.
So if I'm a buyer coming into Manhattan and I'm meeting you, I'm like, hey Sean, I'm like, I want to know what to buy, what to invest in. Maybe I want to live. So give me 2 scenarios. I want to live here, and I also want to invest here. What types of questions should I be asking you? What should I be looking for? Because there's a lot of bad brokers out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
They know shit about nothing.
I'd say that in general, you want a broker that you don't have to ask much at all. You want a broker who's going to ask you questions about what you're looking for, listening to you very, very carefully, and then delivering the information to you. So you're not wondering about what's happening, you're not guessing, you're not hoping. You just feel confident that the person you're working with is delivering value.
How fast should you deliver it? What's the time frame before buyers?
Immediately. If you ask me where I can get something and I can't answer you, I don't know how much it's going to cost for a certain type of apartment, they're going to keep calling somebody else.
There's a lot of people. Have you had the situation already, like where you call back the buyer and they're like, oh, like I just found it with another broker. And you're like, wait a minute, I thought we were loyal together. What just happened?
Yeah, when you start as a broker, you're following with people, and maybe you follow up with them once a month, and eventually you follow up with them and you find out they bought something for $3 million. As a more senior agent, as somebody who knows what they're doing, I have people calling me asking them if I'll take a referral, or asking them if I'll help them to buy something for a few $1 million. I mean, general rule of thumb is that after 3 to 5 years, you'll get enough money back on the investments that you can afford to sell it. Sometimes you make 10% in a year and you can sell right away, and sometimes you need to maybe hold it for 6 years.
You heard it right there, guys. Listen, if you want more information, you can check out the Divine Report. You can check out what's going on in the market.
How's the market? Both of those out monthly.
And where are those at? What's your handle?
The Sean Devine on Instagram and every other platform.
All right, thank you guys for tuning into Real Estate Heat.